Stampin' Up! Demonstrator on the East Coast in Chesapeake, Virginia. And I typically come to you at noontime, but today I had 3 of my 6 grandbabies in Christmas plays. So we went to the church this morning and watched them, and oh my goodness, how stinking cute. Um, they're just adorable. Now, granted, I don't know if they went to bed late or what. Half the time they were yawning. We did get a couple hand movements out of them. But no matter what they did, you know we're going to love every minute of it. So today you are Creating with Colleen. As I said, I come to you live every Wednesday at noon. And normally there's some technical difficulties, so here's my little preface. Going forward, it is raining in Chesapeake, and with Cox, you never know. I did call them, they rebooted the router. It is running faster, but I talked to Santa. And with Santa Claus, I asked him, I said, Santa, my Cox isn't doing really good. Do you think I could get Verizon for Christmas? And you know what he said? He said, you know, Colleen, you've been a very good girl and you've been very persistent. So I think there's a good chance. So first chance I get, I am calling Verizon and seeing how it goes. I've had a lot of trouble with Cox, but honestly, they're the nicest people. When you talk to them, it's just hard to kick them to the curb. But I'm tired of the technical difficulties also. So anyways, today I'm going to show you how to make a photo box. And with this photo box, I think it's great because just by changing the designer paper or anything, this could be a box for any occasion. So think baby showers or baby's first birthdays, anybody's birthday, Christmas. I'm going to put it on a Christmas theme. And it would be fun to make one for every year because not only is it a box, but if you open the box, you can actually put it in a 12 by 12 frame. You could put it in a scrapbook, one of your albums, or you could even just frame it and have it for the year. So I am going to boot us up here and see who is with me. And again, I apologize for not being here earlier, but grandbabies rule. And I knew that I could do it all. So I don't have another appointment until 2:30. So I said, well, if I just push this an hour, I can go see their plays and then come home, do this, and then go to my next appointment. So without further ado, let me turn this down and around, and we are going to get stamping. I'll see who is here in the house with me. I put this here. Let me see. All righty. Who do I have here? Hey, Lisa, I'm glad you're here. I got your email, and I'll be getting up with you. I was late for the grandbabies. So cute, though. They get up there ringing their little bells and having a good time. And again, I don't know, 2 of ours, they must have gone to bed late, or they were bored because they just yawned the whole time. But it was still fun. Let me see. Yes, rainy Maryland, rainy Chesapeake, Mary. Diane, how are you doing? I hope, and again, I have to go out at 2:30 and run some errands of all days. But you know, I have a raincoat. We are going to do it. Okay, Diane has Fios, Verizon, and she loves it. I'm going for it, Diane. We have been with Cox probably 36 years or more. And so, you know, change is hard. But oh my goodness, I don't know. Well, you know how persistent I am, but I think it's time. I really think it's time. So hello, Barbara from Eastern Oregon. Awesome. And Joan from St. Paul, Minnesota. Thanks for being here. So going forward here, this is, I don't know if you can see this. Now this is old, but I wanted to show you. This was a photo box I did years ago. So we have this here. We have, oh, hello from Arkansas. Glad you're here. Anyways, let me focus. We have this box here. But when you open it, and again, I have had this for some time, but when you open it, let me go this way. You have photos and you have places to decorate. So this here, now let me tell you how old this is. This guy right here, he just turned 33 2 days ago. Well, last week actually. So that's my youngest Tyler. There's my oldest Daniel. It's my mother, my father, my sister. Just fun. But this is 12 by 12. So I can actually give it as a gift as a box. They can keep it on their table to look at. You could put it in an album, or you could actually frame it. But every Christmas we do a picture with all of the wrapping paper. We make the kids lay on the floor and we cover them in wrapping paper. And I can honestly say I have one from every year, and I love it. So I'm going to teach you how to make this photo box, and then keep in mind you can use it for any occasion at all. Again, this one's pretty flimsy, but so much fun to make. I actually showed this as a challenge at Tina MacArthur's crop this past month, and they loved it. So if you haven't checked her out, please go to her Facebook page. It's Creations from the Heart Scrapbooking, and she does crops in the Outer Banks, and I'd love to stamp with you there one day. Now, I'm not going to show you my finished product yet, my project, but I am going to show you how to make this. So what you're going to need is a sheet of 12 by 12, and then you're also going to need a piece of, this cardstock here is 6 5/8 by 6 5/8. So I am using Garden Green and Cherry Cobbler, which are actually two of my favorite Christmas colors. So I'm going to take my little cutter here, and y'all know the trick of putting the tear and strip down the side here, but not pulling it off so you can see your numbers easily. Love, love, love that. One of my many coping skills that I have in life. And what I'm going to do is I will actually take this, and since this is 12 inches, I am going to score it into 3 sections. You got to be thinking of like a tic-tac-toe board. So I'm going to put it on 4-inch mark right here. I've got the 4-inch. I'm going to score that. Then I'm going to go down to 8 inches because that's my other 4. And then I will turn it and do it again. So 4 inches here on the left, and then 8 inches again. Okay. Now the reason I did all the scoring first, because now I'm actually going to cut. So when I do it, I'm only cutting on one side. I don't cut all these, otherwise I won't have any corners. But it's easy if you take this. You know, these two are 4 inches, so I can just cut. Again, this is at 8 inches. I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut up to 8 inches, or the score line. You can kind of see your score line. Then I'm going to bring it at the top, and I'm going to come down to 4 inches because that's where that score line was. And I'll put this on 4 inches here. Again, I will come down to 4 inches, or that score line, and go up to 8 inches, or that score line. And that is how simple, let me put this here. That is how simple it is to make your box. So when I have this, I can just score. I'll pull all these in and score on all my score lines. Turn it around, do the same. Has anybody ever made a photo box like this? Give a shout out if you have. Carol, I'm glad you are here today. Running late, that's okay. I ran late too, Carol. And thank you so much for your beautiful Christmas card. That was very sweet of you. Hey, Renee and Amy. Susan is here. Good, she's back from Williamsburg. I made it, Susan. I just came on an hour later so I could watch the kids' programs at the church. I just found out about that the other day. So when I do my box, these, of course, it doesn't really matter how you fold them in, but they all come together. And that's going to be my box. So you can decorate the outside, you can decorate the inside. Now for my lid, I actually made me a little cheat sheet. So I have this here. And basically this is 6 5/8 square. And I'm going to score it 1 1/4 inches on all sides. So that's going to be the lip. If you want it for your box, if you want it longer, you can make it longer. You can make it shorter. You just have to adjust the size. But this is a 6 5/8 inch piece of cherry cobbler, and I'm going to score it 1 1/4 on all sides. So I've got some goobage right there. Let me scrape that off. Must be a little adhesive. There we go. Now I can see it good. So this is my 1 1/4. I'm going to score it. Bring it to 1 1/4 again. Score it again. And then one more time. Linda, thank you for joining us. I'm glad you are here. And hello. Okay, Marie, hello from Florida. Ah, I love having all of you here in the house to stamp with me. So here I've scored it on all of those sides. So once again, I'll just take my bone folder here. Across, and we're making the lid. And when I made the lid, let me see something here. You have it. When I made the lid, the way I got my measurements was for the box. It's a 4-inch square. So I only want my lid, I want this section to be about an 1/8 inch bigger, just so it doesn't pull the sides in from my box. So that's how I came across with that. So this would have been 4 1/8 plus 1 1/4 and 1 1/4. So whatever your box size is, just go 1/8 of an inch bigger for your lid, and then whatever you want on the sides. Okay, so I'm going to take my scissors here, and just so this also folds in a little bit better, I'm going to do that. So I only cut up to this first score line, but I always like to put a notch in, because sometimes if you don't cut, let me try on this one and I'll show you. Like if you don't put that notch and then you fold it in, sometimes, okay, that one worked out good, but sometimes that little piece can be longer and it'll kind of stick out. And I mean, you can trim it up, but if you have it just a little bit of a notch, you can get it perfectly even when you do your sides. So then I'll come in here, give myself a little notch. And you're only doing opposite sides. Again, you don't want to do this on all sides because you will not have little flaps. They'll be gone. We don't want that. Okay, so Deborah's also had Verizon with no problem. I think the difference was with Cox, you can get a hold of them. Thank God for that, because you have to constantly call them to get things fixed. Verizon, I heard, was hard to get a hold of, but you don't need them that often because your stuff works. So I think I'm making the plunge, y'all. I keep talking about it and keep wishing I had, so the first free moment I get, I will be researching that. Okay, so for my box, I'm just going to put some adhesive on the small side. Oop, let me slide that around. There we go. And then when I pull it in, I just make sure I'm very even with this corner and that slides down in the top. You want to have pretty corners. So just like that. See that? And then, let me see here. Then on this one, I could do the same. I guess I should have done all 4 corners before I did it, but that's okay. I'll get this one here. My cardstock's flexible. And once again, just kind of pull that in. And then this one too. And that is just how easy it is to make your box. So what I have is, I'll have it decorated. I come in like so, and then I put this on the top. And by just being an 1/8 inch bigger, you're not going to have, it's not going to pull it in, because you have to give it just a little bit of breathing room. Kind of like your jeans in the holidays. You got to have a little breathing room up there. Don't wear the tight stuff. So that is the box. So let me show you what I used to decorate the box that I've finished. It's called a little bit Festive Mix and Match. And it's a great kit. It's actually on our last chance list right now, so it's only available while supplies last, but it is reduced. So that's kind of cool. So basically, instead of $10 for this kit, it is actually only $8. So you have 3 beautiful designer papers. Oh, there's a little star. So this one, of course, I loved and was one of my favorites. So I loved that one. And that is the opposite side. Gotta love how Stampin' Up! Always gives you options. I love the trees. I thought that was cool as do. And then that side. And then you have this here. And then the back. So you get those sheets. But then you have all these awesome cutouts. So you have these pieces. Now these would go great on a card. Any of these are they're like a perfect border. I think they would also be great to go on a scrapbook page around your pictures. So you have the ribbons, and then you have these, which are just great background pieces for a card or for anything you want to create. And then you have all of these. Oh my goodness, I kind of put it on a piece of paper so I could show you. You have all of this. Now, the best part about these, and I really give Stampin' Up! A lot of credit, is they pop out. So these are not self-adhesive. You can pop them up with dimensionals, but they pop out so easily, but you don't have those little tabs on here when you pop them out. Let me see. Lisa, it is called A Little Bit Festive Mix and Match. And that's, again, it's under the last chance. If you go under my website under menu and then specials, you will see a last chance category. So that's where they have put all the clearance merchandise. They put all of the kits, online exclusives, and mini catalog merchandise that is being retired. So some of it is marked down, but all of it is only while supplies last. So Linda said she'll have to make one of these. Oh my goodness, you made 30 treat boxes and you got addicted to them. Yeah, you know, it's really funny, Linda, there are certain projects that you do and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't stop making them. You know, it's just so much fun. I think this is maybe one of them. But yeah, sometimes with options, you want to use both sides. So that is true on the paper. Sometimes it's a dilemma, Deborah. But look at these pieces. You have these gorgeous poinsettias. I mean, I could put the poinsettias on the top. Wouldn't that be beautiful? You have oval wreaths. You have, hard to pick up, regular wreaths. All these are in there and pop out. Wonderful kit. In fact, I really think I'm going to grab me another kit or two. It's hard because as a demonstrator, I only show current merchandise, but to play, I thought this kit was awesome. And for $8, you can't beat it. Then you get all these. Look at all these pieces. So little stars, Christmas trees, presents. I mean, I really see this whole kit, I think, if you have some 12 by 12 cardstock, this whole kit could do your scrapbooking for this year. You could scrapbook your 2024 December Christmas and have everything you need. We got some mistletoe. Get a picture of you kissing your honey, and you could put that on, put y'all under the mistletoe. So wonderful, wonderful kit. So let me show you how I decorated my box. So for my box, this is what I did. And again, I did this at a challenge at the crop. So in there you had the beautiful candy canes, which I loved, and then the little peppermints. Now this strip here is actually the old olive and the garden green, but the bow is part of the piece, and it matches perfectly because Stampin' Up! Always puts their colors together perfect, and I love it. So for my sides, I have the little truck. That was just gorgeous. I love this paper, so I could not cover it up. On this side, I have some drums for my little drummer boy. And then here, of course, I couldn't cover it up. Now, let me give you a tip. Keep in mind when you are putting your box together, when you're putting things on the sides, it's probably best to have your lid on the box. And the reason being, naturally, we're going to want to center that. Oh, I'll put it in the center of my box. Well, if you do, and you put your lid on, your drum's going to be under your lid. So put your box together all at once, and then you can go ahead and put it together. Now I wanted a thinner, let me take that off. I wanted a thinner edge here because I, just wanted a little bit of color to pull out the colors in my designer paper. So for the cherry cobbler, this is 3 3/4 because keep in mind all your sides are 4 inches. So I just went 3 3/4 smaller for the cherry cobbler. And you can actually do 3 1/2 on your designer paper if you want a bigger edge. But if you want a smaller edge like I did, cut your designer paper at 3 5/8. And that's what I did for the other edge. So then when I put this together, let me see which way it goes, like this. So what I did the same measurements for the sides. I'm going to find some little, I can even write it in here with my marker, 2024. So I can put my date there. I've got my ornaments. Then down here I have some trees in the sled. And then I'll put my pictures all inside. But this kit, as you see, there is no stamping. I mean, that's like really cool. This kit, a little bit festive mix and match. actually did all the work for me. And so this, I'm ahead of the game. And keep in mind, if you do a birthday party, if you do a theme and you actually like make your own invitations, you make your treats, use the same designer paper and everything to make a birthday box. Or again, for a baby's first birthday, anything. I always say when you have a pattern this good, it really is like a black cocktail dress. You can take it anywhere and dress it up and it fits. So that, I just pull it all together, put my lid on. And that, my friends, is a photo box. So I hope you really liked it. I did. They're really fun to make. And again, I will warn you, they are addicting. They are a lot of fun. But hey, if you got to stamp something, why shouldn't it be fun? So I am going to, believe it or not, flip the camera back again. So hold on. Let me see. Hold on. One day I learned that there's a little button that I could do. Let me put this in here. See the rain? Oh, it's raining. But that's okay. Virginia needed the rain big time. We really, really did. So anyways, this is going to be my last live for the year because next Wednesday, I think it's like the 18th, it's a Wednesday before Christmas. Then, of course, the next Wednesday is Christmas Day. And there is so much going on in the Magnus household that I just wanted to wish you all a Merry Christmas today, but I will definitely be back in 2025, which sounds so far away. Trust me, it is not that far away. But I did want to tell you that we are going to have Celebration, Stampin' Up's biggest sale of the year. That is starting on January 7th. So you will see me well before then to tell you all the details. And also I am going to be including, and I will be emailing you through my newsletter, the specials and different things. So that is actually, if you don't already get my newsletter, please go to creatingwithcolleen.com and sign up for it now. That's where you can also shop. You can join my team. So much fun. And I post different things there also. But I would love to keep in touch with you. Celebration this year, again, it's going to be awesome. And, you know, with Celebration, you get different things. If you place a $300 order or collect orders from your friends, in addition to the host benefits, you're going to get an extra $30 free. We have, and I'm not going to tell you, I don't want to do a spoiler alert this early in the season, but we have two options of joining my team. One, you're going to get $155 in free product and only spend $99. The other one is I won't tell you what product they're giving you yet. Other people might, but I'll send it in my newsletter. You get $216 worth of free product for $99. And the good thing is we will have a new catalog for you to choose from. Our January through April mini catalog will be live, along with new exclusive products. Never a shortage of products here with Stampin' Up. Great things all the way around. But again, I just wanted to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I hope your blessings are many and that you're surrounded by friends and family. And if it's a Christmas that you may be struggling through, I know there's a lot of pain in the world too. Just know that you will be in my prayers. And I just hope that God will touch you in a special way and give you a peace that only He can. So I feel so bad saying goodbye. I hate goodbyes, but I'm coming back. Again, I will see you the beginning of the new year. Have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Let me know if there's ever anything I could do for you. Y'all know how to reach me. I'm always here. And think about that starter kit. Again, I have a wonderful Stampin' family. I would love for you to be a part of it. We have a lot of fun, whether you live near or far. We always stay connected, and we even stamp together every month, in person, you know, or by Zoom. So anyways, bless you all. Have a great one. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you after the holidays. Bye-bye. Oh, that's not the off button. Must because I meant to tell you, please like, share, and give me a thumbs up too. It helps me get my video out there. Okay, now I'm hitting the X button. Take care now. Bye-bye.